So you bought your shiny new device and you are absolutely excited to use it. But after 4 or 5 days, you get thoughts like, have I made the mistake? Was other device better than this? My friend told me I have made the wrong decision. All those feelings just piles up to your head and that causes ultimate regret. And there are many other factors that contribute to that ultimate regret. So ever wondered why that happens? Let's dig right into it. It all begins with the thought that something is missing in your life. Maybe it's your phone which is not taking great pictures and you decide to switch to a professional camera. And once you decided to buy something, you absolutely end up buying it. So you scour the internet for the best camera. You watch every possible video of your specific or your favorite camera that you like, and you end up buying it, and you get so deeply involved in that process that it becomes your base mindset. Then you come to a final conclusion. You decide which camera to buy. That's exactly when the trigger point enters, because the first impression is about to happen, and that brings us to our main point, the regret. So you finally came to a conclusion that I have to buy this camera, and you unbox it, you are so excited about it. But as soon as you unbox it, there are new sets of challenges in front of you. You have to go through an entirely new learning curve of a professional camera, because smartphone cameras and professional cameras are not same at all. That kind of demotivates you initially. Then we move to second trigger point, which might demotivate or instill a sense of regret in us. We try to reach out people who are not well known with the technology you bought. So you approach your friend who is not that great with cameras, and he tells you that this camera is trash, it won't work, this doesn't have this feature or that feature, that camera must have been better than this. That brings in the regret, and you just feel like, why I'm using this camera, and then that camera sits in closet forever. And maybe some of your family friends or family members might say the same things to you, that this camera is not working properly. Well, they don't know about it. Don't listen to them. So ultimately everything piles up to cause that regret. The money that has gone into that camera, your friends' trash talk, and initial poor performance, which could have been improved definitely. So if you have experienced any of the things that I just mentioned, don't worry. If you are a beginner, that's kind of a canon event for you. You have to experience these things, but things could potentially damage our experience with our new product. The product should give us happiness and do the work it's meant to do. So if you find a common pattern that will help us counteract to the feelings that brings regret at the first place, we will be able to knock those feelings off and enjoy our product to the most. So what exactly happens is you get so involved in the process of searching. That's an absolute roller coaster ride, because you get exposure to an entirely new field. Like if you are buying cameras, you get exposed to various kind of lenses, cameras, various brands, various features, and that is very exciting at the first place. That exciting journey of finding that product on internet comes to an end, plus you spend the money. So this pattern starts with when the first initial thought pops in your mind that your phone's camera is not great and you have to buy a new camera. Then you get into a roller coaster ride of finding a perfect product for you. You scour the internet and you go on finding a perfect device for you. And just to let you know, no device in the world is perfect, and there is always room for some improvement. There is no such device that is 100% perfect. Okay, so let's get back. You scour the internet, you watch every possible video on the internet about that product, and when you receive the product, first thing happens that the journey of finding an exciting product is over. And when you get your hands onto that product, you expect it to perform exceptionally well. Such high expectations, and when you are a beginner and you are new to a product, you don't know about it, so it might cause disappointment at first. That collectively opens a new learning curve which is hard to take on. And when you are a beginner, you expect your device to work straight out of the box, and you tend to avoid the learning curve, and you feel a sense of disappointment that you have spent money on it and still it's not performing up to the mark. Then you go out to seek external help. That's when things get really messy. The trick here is approach correct people. If you approach the wrong people, they are gonna give you wrong advices. And the thing is, if your parents are paying for the product, they also expect it to be good. And if you tell them that it's not up to the mark, they are also gonna feel frustrated that the money has gone and the product is not good, the money is wasted and that stuff. And that makes you feel very sad and disappointed that you have wasted your parents' money on something that doesn't work properly. So this is the common pattern. That's how things usually play out. what is the solution? Everyone has this one miscellaneous problem that they tend to overlook. And first of all, set your budget that you can actually afford. Don't overspend or don't spend less, I would say. If you're capable of buying a good device, get it and use it for as much years as you can. Try to earn money through that product and make sure you really need that device. And don't just buy any product because of fear of missing out. Don't let that FOMO in you, because it's not worth it. You are the one who's spending the money, not that random guy on internet who showed that product to you. So don't get influenced to buy a specific product. So the second thing, you have to keep your expectations realistic. For example, so if you expect your 60,000 rupees camera to work like a cinema camera, that's never gonna happen. That's barely gonna happen. And if you are getting disappointed because of that, and that's really not good for you, because you are not able to fully enjoy that budget camera. You will be always in sense of regret that this is not working properly, this is not able to give me that much good quality image or video. So keep your expectation realistic and don't judge too early. Third thing, spend time in learning the product. Once you get a new product, go deep into its features, scour the internet and search how to get most of your device. Learn every possible setting that is available in your camera, laptop, tablet, whatever you have bought. Spend time in learning, because if you go through a new learning curve and get fully aware of what your device can do, learn your device. With it, you will be able to most out of it, and that will make you happy and that will increase your skill set. Fourth and most important thing, which actually affects your mental situation, how you think about your product. Always take help or advice from the people who knows about your product. Don't just approach a random friend or family member to teach you about the product you bought. Go to experts or search the internet. That's the most easy thing you can do. And don't criticize your own product yourself. First, make sure that this product can't do this. If it's in its returnable phase, just return it and get a new one. But just don't go in that negative zone. This product can't do this and I'll just not use it. Just don't go in that way. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. You will avoid that regretting phase. Somehow by mistake you approach the wrong person about your device. Don't focus on that negative critic. And if you initially associate negative feelings with your new product, and it will ultimately cause you to avoid that new product and whatever plans you have decided of becoming a pro photographer, gamer, whatever product you bought, according to that will be left behind. So set a goal, make sure you actually need the product and then buy it. So yeah, after a long time I made this video and I'm feeling really confident. I'm shooting this on my new Sony ZV-10. The main reason behind making this video is actually I have gone through all those experiences I just mentioned. So yeah, I just don't want you to go through that and happily enjoy your new product, whatever you are gonna buy this Diwali. One thing, I'm not trying to generalize. Not every beginner, not every person will face this kind of pattern, but just because I have experienced it, I thought making a video on this would be great. So yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you liked it. So anyways, happy Diwali to you all and I'll see you in the next one.